Hey friends, how are you? I just thought we might want to do a little pre-gaming for tomorrow so that we can make sure that we are ready to go at 1 o'clock because we have lots of stuff to cover. My name is Kate Lanigan McGregor and I will be your instructor. And I am a realtor professional who just loves being the guide to help other realtors become the best that they can be. As far as for tomorrow, I am a certified distance learning instructor. My real estate school, Agent Rising Real Estate, has newly been approved for online pre-licensing, so I'm super excited about that. And I have been teaching for a long time. I've done a lot of things with the Massachusetts Association of Realtors, and it was actually them who suggested to Laura that I help you guys with this. So as I say, I'm so happy to be here with you. And again, I like to open communication. I like to get to know you, and I'm hoping that we can establish a great relationship together. So the first question everyone always asks is, how do I receive credit for this? And this is technically through your real estate school at your board. So they will be issuing you your certificates. What will happen after the presentation is I will go through the analytics and double check the quizzes and the polls and the questions and whatnot. And I will then submit that to Laura to let her know who was here and who did what. And again, today I'm here in the role of instructor, okay? Now, your real estate school there maintains your records for you as far as that you had taken the class, and they will issue you a certificate of completion after I give her that information. And again, this is by the Mass General Law, or 254 CMR 4-5 and 4-6H. So according to the law, we will be keeping those records for you. So what technology do you need? Okay, so first of all, I just want to start by saying people have like the stress level that immediately escalates whenever something happens with technology. And technology blips happen all the time, okay? So we're going to work through it. Tomorrow, we are going to be using Webinar Jam, which means that you can use your desktop, your laptop, your tablet, or your smartphone in order to watch it, okay? You would log in via the email that I sent you, and you just click on it, and you would enter in from there. Okay, what I want you to do is make sure that you sign in a way that's recognizable for your name, because as I said before, we're going to be checking the analytics to make sure that you were there and all that kind of good stuff. Google Chrome browser seems to be the best, so if you have that, that would be the best. So I like to call technology personalized technology in what we're doing. Now this is a hybrid class, which means that it's going to be live, and I'm also going to have slides. So that way you will kind of be seeing a little bit of both. Now there's no way that you can either stay on one part, for the perpetuity, or advanced forward. So you're going to be there with me. It's in real time, okay? And again, as I said, there's going to be analytics at the end. So, just know that. So what happens if you have questions? I am all about you getting the maximum amount of information from this. And as a matter of fact, I call my presentations constantly evolving continuing ed. And if you submit your email to me tomorrow, whenever I have an update on that, you will be notified, and you could double check that. And it's interesting. I just went through and updated this from less than a year ago when we presented this at MAR's conference, and so much has changed. Anyway, so any questions you have, you can, when you're in the webinar, you'll see you can raise your hand. And I have two people who are going to be helping me with this. And the other thing is that you can write right in the questions. Again, we're going to be doing polls. There'll be questions. There'll be ways for you to get involved. So please plan on being active with me. Okay, so if you have a technology trouble, we have a moderator there to assist you. Her name is Marie Greeny, and she is my Dean of Students at Agent Rising. And she is what we call the Get It Done girl, because she is awesome to have around, and she will take care of you. And if you have content-related questions, and the person who will be watching the raised hands in the chat will be Susan Gordon-Ryan. She's my managing director at BBM, which is BBM Pros, a marketing company. So both of them are very qualified to help, and quite truly, they help me all the time. Okay, so the policies. So your school has policies. The Massachusetts Board of Registration has policies, and they talk about misrepresenting student identity. And again, we're going to make every effort to verify your identity, and again, through that participation. And your real estate school shall have a policy explaining how it intends to verify your student's identity. Again, hopefully, by the way that I see it, there'll be no questions as to your identity. And we will make sure that we are in alignment with what the Board of Registration wants. Okay, the real estate school will retain a statement by the student stating that you certify under pains of penalties and perjury that you are solely completed the course, okay? And you will also, the instructor will provide verification form on the back end. So again, as I said, I will let her know, the tracks of who's been there, who's participated, who answered polls, all that kind of thing. Now, I don't know what your refund policy is, so you can see your board for that, okay? And how can you ask questions? So the first way is you raise your hand in the webinar. And as I say, Susan will let me know. We will call on you. You can type in your questions and you can communicate with us. You can enter your question into the chat. And if you're having tech trouble and you're not able to do those, I included on both of those Marie's cell phone number and also Susan's. You can text them. They're right there for you. They are dedicated to be here with me this whole time. Or again, you can call me after if there's any, or before it. So if after you see this and before the course, if you want to chit chat, by all means, pick up the phone. And then after, if you have any questions, because we're going to be talking about some controversial issues here. As much as I love our profession, I feel like we really have to talk about some tough issues. So we are going to be, and there will be some controversial things we talk about. And so you may want to be, I don't know, yelling at me later. Bring it, baby. Okay, so assessment fun. Again, I'm trying to make this fun for you, and I'm trying to make it so that it's the most relevant that it can be. So there'll be different times that I'll be asking multiple choice questions. I will be asking for assessments. I'll be taking polls. I'll be trying to make sure that you are showing me that you have a level of comprehensive that ensures the understanding. The Board of Registration says that they want it to be that you wouldn't be able to reasonably complete these questions without being on board. Now, I mean, we practice every day, and this is by our agency, so this is something that's the fabric of our profession. I'm hoping to bring some things to you that you haven't maybe thought about before. All right, so what do you do if you have to run away and you miss a question or the quiz or the poll? Okay, remember, like distance and online learning is time-based. And some of the things that we call them thresholds, like we need to make sure that you're there for a majority of the thresholds or whatever. And we must be able to interact with you during this time in real time. So we need your report. Now, if for some reason you had stepped away or whatever, just send me a message. I will communicate that in the synopsis that I give your representative from your school, okay? And again, each online course has, this is again what the Board of Registration is looking for, is periodic information, multiple choice, correct answers are not required to advance. Again, you'll be watching, so it won't be that you'll be advancing in this particular case. And upon selecting the answer, you'll receive a text. Again, you won't tomorrow. This is for if you follow this online education without being in a live webinar format. Okay, we will talk about everything. And if there's something I say or if there's something you disagree with, by all means, put it in the chat. Let's talk about it, because you know what? Together, we are so much better than we are apart. Okay, so the board may require assessments for credit, okay? And what they had said is that they have the right to impose additional requirements on any board-approved distance or online course. These requirements may include successfully passing an exam. At this stage of the game, they do not give us any exams, and they have not, to my knowledge, in my history, they have not done any of these things, but they reserve the right to, okay? And so if anything happens, again, your school will let you know. And who can take these online courses? Okay, so you have enrolled through your local board, and your board will make the decision on who can attend and who gets credit. Again, I will give all the information. I'm sure that this is not going to be a problem. And the board may deny the right to take distance or online courses to individuals whose licenses have lapsed or have been subject to discipline. Again, not my side of the street. The Massachusetts Board of Registration, there are rules for continuing education courses, and that's some of the rules of what we're covering now. And the board shall only approve distance or online courses provided by schools which meet the requirements. And as I said, I was going to do like a little screenshot of my newest approval because I'm so excited about it. But I figured you just, you don't need it. All right, so the traditional online course delivery is that, so this would be not how we're doing it. Would be that it's time-based, there's slides, and you push yourself forward, and you have a minimum of 2 hours to complete it. And also the course allows the student to complete the course in multiple intervals, okay? So you can come back to it, or you can go toward it. And again, we're not doing that kind of class. We will be done in our 2 hours, okay? The Board of Registration requirements. The online course may not run continuously. Again, we are going to run continuously. There will be breaks. There will be times for you to jump in. Again, I'm just giving you the regulations that I need to cover with you. And about every 5 to 15 minutes, there'll be some sort of input from you, okay? So the survey, at the end of this class, there'll be a survey that is either sent to you or a link for you, okay? And what that will do is you will be able to give your feedback on the course content, the course delivery method, and also the instructor or the subject matter expert, which would be me tomorrow. Okay, so again, we are here for you, and we want to make this the best that it can be. And as I said, it's going to be fun. There may be some wrinkles. I don't know. There always seem to be a few, but let's bear with it together, okay? And again, you can always reach out to me. My name, again, is Kate Lanigan McGregor, and I am so looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for taking the time to do this pregame with me.